guys, Gary here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Community Season 5, Episode 3. Now the reason I'm not saying the actual title of the episode is because I honestly don't know how to pronounce it. I know I'm pretty stupid, but I do know how to spell it, as you'll see in the title of this video, or I can copy-paste it. Anyway, here's how this video is going to work. A couple big things happened in this episode, and I would like you guys, if you haven't seen the episode, to witness it firsthand, so I'm not going to be spoiling it for you right away. If you have not watched the episode yet, and you want to just hear my opinion on it, then stick around and I will give sort of a generic review without actually spoiling anything, but I will say halfway through the video when I start getting into spoiler talk. So that's how this video is going to work today. So if you haven't seen the episode, quit when I tell you to, unless you want it to be spoiled, but I don't recommend that. And if you have, then watch it all the way through. Okay, so my non-spoiler thoughts on it. Well, Community Season 5 it's looking to be the best season of Community yet. Now, I don't want to say that too soon, but I think Dan Harmon is back and he's really stepping up his game. Not to say he wasn't an amazing writer before, but he is trying really hard to make this season, because it may be the last, and it probably is the last, and he's trying really hard to make this season a good and memorable season. So this episode was all about a guy named the Ass Crack Bandit, and he stuck quarters up people's ass cracks. Yeah, pretty cool. So it's all about the investigation, trying to find out who he is and stuff. So that's pretty much the main plot of the episode, really. I really enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I've enjoyed all the episodes so far in Season 5. This episode has a lot of parts where I laughed out loud. Some good like sort of inside jokes about Community. And it also had a couple, well, not a couple, but it had some heartwarming moments too, which I'm not going to get into right now, but I will when I start talking about spoilers. So overall, I do recommend you watch this episode. I recommend you watch all of Season 5. Now, I will maybe contradict that if I see it starts to lower in quality, but for now, I recommend you watch this episode, and I recommend you watch Community Season 5. And Community Season 5 is more of a thing where it sort of repilots, so you could have jumped on right at Season 5, and if you have done that, then I recommend you go back, start at Community Season 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Watch all of those. Yes, I can count. Okay, now I'm getting into spoiler talk, so if you have not seen the episode and you do not want it to be spoiled, then get out, because I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm going to wait a couple seconds for you to exit the video, because I really hate videos when they say, okay, spoilers, and then they ruin it like right away, and you're like, oh, I don't have time to exit the video. So I'll give you a couple seconds. You gone? Good, those guys sucked. Anyway, spoiler talk. Okay, so there was a couple familiar faces that came back. One of which being Professor Duncan, who I haven't seen since Season 2, I believe. I don't know if he was in Season 3, I can't quite remember. But he's a really good character. I really missed having him, so it was really good to see him back. He was, in Season 1, he was actually one of my favorite characters, because he's a sporting character. He was my favorite sporting character. So I was really glad to see him back, and he said the funny joke when he says to Jonathan Banks, "Oh, Pierce, glad you lost the ridiculous hairpiece," or something. I laughed really hard at that, because it was a really subtle joke. Also, we get to see Starburns come back. I was gonna say the name of the actor, but I can't pronounce his last name, or I don't want to say it wrong. So his first name is Dino, I think. I'm not gonna say his name, but so yeah, Starburns is back. At the end of season 3, spoilers for season 3, I guess. At the end of season 3, you find out that Starburns isn't dead. He faked his own death, which I always found weird because they didn't follow it up in season 4. But we're not going to talk about that because that's the we don't talk about Community season 4. So yeah, I was really happy to see Starburns back too because he's a good character, and he was one of the characters that made Community, like when I thought of Community characters, I would always think of Starburns, especially as a good like a supporting character. He was also one of my favorite supporting characters. Now let's get on to the really the sort of heartbreaking point for me anyway, because it involved the death of one of my favorite characters in my top 3 anyway. That's right. Even though you didn't see it, Pierce passed away, which I wasn't expecting at all. It was totally different story, and then Shirley just walks out in her and she's like, "Oh shit, Pierce died," and I'm like, "Whoa, what?" Like, it wasn't that good of a death. It was a little sad. I was sad because it was a loss for Pierce, who I've seen grow as a character in the past seasons. So it was sad for me. Could they have made the death better? Maybe. Of course, Chevy Chase is not going to be back in Community, so I think that's a wise move on their behalf. And I don't know how they could have made it better because Chevy Chase can't come and film because he's not in the show anymore. He's not doing it, except he did do the cameo back in the repilot episode. But I think that was all he was going to do, and well, apparently it is. So I'm kind of happy this happened because now I think if I'm correct, in the next couple of episodes, I was reading the plots for the episodes, and it's rumored, I think, or it's confirmed that one of the next couple of episodes is going to be about Pierce's funeral, possibly. So I'm happy to see that because I think that's a good move for them, because if they can't use the character of Pierce, that is a strong thing to do with the character, because he's not going to be there anymore, so what are they going to do? Hire a body double and shoot from the back. Community season 4. Okay, I'm getting distracted now. So I'm really looking forward to a Pierce's funeral episode, because I think they can make that really sad and heartwarming, and that's part of the reason why I love Community, is the comedic elements of it and also the heartwarming moments too, because there is a lot of them, and that's why I think makes Community my favorite comedy TV show. So I'm really excited to see what they do with that, which I'll have to wait till next Thursday. And I really liked the plot of this episode. It made me laugh a couple times. Troy in this episode was really funny, which brings me to something else. Donald Glover is only signed up for 5 episodes, I think, and this was episode 3. Sorry. So that means he only has 2 episodes left, so I think they should get the Pierce funeral episode done next for episode 4, and then the next episode, episode 5, will be Troy's departure episode, which I think that's what they're going to do, because that's a wise move. I want Troy to be at Pierce's funeral, because Troy and Pierce, they lived together for a while, and they were actually like, everyone was Pierce's good friend. Everyone loved Pierce, so even though they didn't really, they loved Pierce. So I'm gonna be really sad when Troy leaves the show, but I'm also really excited to see how Abed reacts to Troy leaving the show, which I don't know how he's gonna leave the show yet. I don't know if he's gonna die, which I don't think so, or he's going to go to school somewhere else, get expelled. Well, I don't think that's gonna be it, because they can still see him, because Community is not all in Greendale now, so like it was first season. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't want Troy to die, unless it's... I don't think Dan Harmon would do that. I think he's a smarter writer than that, unless he has something up his sleeve and the death is not just a weird character actor quitting the show death. So I don't think Dan Harmon is one to do that, and so yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm getting off topic because this was a review of this episode. So anyway, like I said earlier, definitely this episode is a really great episode. It's I'd say it's tied with the other two because I really liked the other two episodes too. So I'm not going to say it's my favorite episode, but it is tied with the other three. And it's this episode actually made me way more excited for Community season 5 to progress, because I was like, oh well, the episodes are looking like they're actually going to be good. So I had hopes for this season and they're being fulfilled, and so I'm really happy about that. See you guys next week, if not sooner. I think sooner. I don't think I'm going to wait until next Community episode to do a video. I'm probably going to be doing a review of my thoughts on American Hustle, or well, definitely some more comic reviews, because comic reviews don't take me long, and maybe some voiceover videos like I was doing earlier with my top 10 movies. So if you want to see some more Community reviews plus Doctor Who reviews, which I will be doing a lot of when Doctor Who is back on, then subscribe to my channel. What's your favorite Community episode? I'd like to know. Mine in particular. My favorite Community episode is Remedial Chaos Theory, which is a lot of people's favorite episode, but it is just so fantastic. It is my favorite episode. So what is your favorite episode? Let me know in the comments. Sorry, it's really late here and I'm kind of stuttering my words, but let me know in the comments what's your favorite Community episode. Subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, Community reviews, Doctor Who reviews, comic reviews, Review Central, plus top 10 lists and some other fun stuff every once in a while. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys within the next couple of days. Bye.